Hey guys, it's Paul here. Today, I want to read a verse that is Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. What is more? What is more, I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord, for whose sake I have lost all things. I consider them garbage that I may gain Christ. Here, Paul is talking about how he gave up everything. And if you know the story of Paul, he did. He was once one of the most brutal and one of the people that persecuted Christians the most, until Jesus came to him in a bright of light and told him to go and spread his word. And in that moment, Paul was converted and then became one of the most so I don't know a word for it, but he basically traveled all throughout just like the East and Europe, spreading the word. If you see like a map of where he supposedly went, it's crazy how far he went. And this is during a time where they don't have planes and all that, but they just have wooden boats. So imagine the distance he traveled all throughout Israel, Middle East, Europe. He traveled all those places just to spread the word. And this verse is telling us how he sees everything a loss because he knows he sees everything else as loss and only wants to know Christ. He sees everything else as like a distraction because he only wants to know Christ. As part of it says, for whose sake I have lost all things, I consider them garbage that I may gain Christ. He's literally forfeiting many of his things that we would call important. He's calling them garbage so that he may gain Christ, so that he may accept Christ more into his life. Now, I'm not going to say that we should do exactly how he did and give up multiple things that we thought life that we needed to live just for Christ. I'm not saying that, because his faith is honestly unmatched. Besides Jesus, his faith is huge. I'm not saying that we should have that. I'm not saying that we are to all have the sight changed by faith, but we should use his example to get to have the type of faith he has. We should use his example to raise up our faith and to bring our faith to another level. Because the higher our faith, the more we trust God, the more we do for God, the more we do for Christ, the more we truly want to spread the word and get others to know Christ, the more seriously we take Christ in all the things he tells us to, and all the things that are wrong and right. What Paul does all throughout the Bible and what it says is honestly crazy. He's been to jail like I don't know how many times just for spreading the word. And we should all just take a page out of his book. We should all truly look into our lives and say, how can I make my faith stronger? What can I do what can I do more in order to increase my faith? What more can I do to increase my faith in the Lord and to spread the word to others and to show others my true faith? and to show the Lord my true faith. So I don't know what that may be like to you, because honestly I'm talking to myself as I'm making this too. But I'm just gonna ask, what are you willing to do to increase your faith? And how far are you going? How far would you go to increase your faith, to have a faith like Paul? What would you do? Or how would you increase your faith to have faith like Paul? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to start doing and stop doing in your life? That's a question we all need to answer for ourselves. Not anyone else for us, but for ourselves. God bless you guys. Hope this helps. And I pray that if you choose to truly increase your faith by going hard and possibly extreme, that the Lord may be with you all throughout it. God bless you guys. Have a nice day.